Hello, dividend executives. Welcome back. It is Friday, so you already know we are trading options. We're reviewing our plays from this week. Some of them could expire worth us, some of them could not. So we are going to roll some options. We're going to close some options out, and it is a heck of a day. The market is green. The portfolio is green. We have some options that are potentially in the money, and we have some rolling to do. You can see now we are at 1.35% up for the day, almost $1,000. For the week, we were up almost $2,000. For the month, we are back up over 1,000. 3 months, we are still down 3,000. But for the year, we are up $12,810 or 21.58%. So not too bad. The buying power is $400. We made some moves this week. We have some stuff to go over. But first, the market's going to be closing soon, so I need to make some trades. So the one that we have the most, we're going to have to do some rolling on. That is Apple. This one is currently at the money. It is 177.74. Our call is for 177.5. We could let it go. If we did let it go, we would book ourselves a $2,800 gain on the shares. But we are going to roll this option. Oh. Okay, so it just wants us to buy it back. So we have to buy it back. We'd have to sell some new ones. So that's interesting. Because we're within the last 30 minutes, it doesn't want us to roll the option, but that's no problem. So to buy this back, we are going to book ourselves a $4 loss. We sold this last week for a $26 credit. Luckily, we sold it high up the chain, but no problem there. So we're going to come in here. We're going to buy this back. Sometimes you buy back for a loss, and that just is how it is. So this is going to be a $4 loss. But on the flip side, if we were rolling this, it would be for a credit. So we're going to buy that back for a loss, $30, and then we'll just come in here. Let's see if this closes it out. Yep, and then we'll come in here and we will trade options for next week, and we will sell a call. So again, if we sold it for the 182.5, we paid 30 to get out of it. We sold it for 38. It would have been an $8 roll because we're within the last 30 minutes of the market. It does not let us roll. But we're going to be aggressive on this one. I'm okay letting my Apple shares go. I do want to transition more into QQQ, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I'm going to trade this one, and we're going to sell it. So this would allow us $250 of appreciation, and it just paid us $104 to do so. So not too bad. If we considered the roll in there, we paid back $30. That would be a $74 credit. And just like that, we allow our shares to appreciate a little bit more. So if they did get to the 180 call, we'd be up over $3,000. So on just the Apple play. So not bad at all. Next one, we're going to try to, let's see if this lets us roll. Yeah, same thing. Oh, it does let us roll. There we go. So it just grays it out, but no problem there. So this one's for $1, which means, let me scroll down here. We are up $29 on the trade. We're at 96%, just exactly how we'd wanted to do it. And, we're going to do for next week, we're going to go up the chain a little bit. Let's do the 0.12 delta. I might be a little bit more aggressive on this one. Again, I've been thinking about selling my Amazon and my Apple and converting it to QQQ, so I might want to play this one a little bit more aggressive. We're going to do the 0.17 delta. If we get in the money, we'll make the decision next week, but that's a $44 credit after the buy to close. And just like that, we are rolling another option. And the income is coming in. So, I mean, that's over $100 of income right there. We made over $300 in this last week. So, all in all, not too bad. So, let's see if that fills. We're right in the between the bid and the ask. Hopefully it fills. If not, no worries. The Mara 10.5 call. This week we bought a couple of extra shares. We have our average. We are down on this position for sure. But we got our cost down to 10.15. You can see here it's down 30% in the last month. And 48% in the past 3 months. So, and pretty flat, well, still up over the last 5 years, down significantly over the last year. So, looks like Amazon just went through. But that being said, we can sell the 1050. That's where we are at with Mara. And so, we are going to do that again. So, we're going to go here. We're going to roll the position. And let me just look at what the 1050 offers here. Not a whole lot. So, we're going to go 2 weeks out on this then. We're going to go 2 weeks out. We're going to do it the 1050. And we are going to get $44 of credit. It's not bad. It really is not that bad. So $44 of credit, still around 1% on our money, using around $4,000. And let's see if that sells. We are right there in the middle of the bid ask. It may just need a little bit of time to go through. If not, we can let ours expire worth this and we could sell it on Monday. Or we can close it out for $1 and resell it. So no worries there. So that one is going through TQQQ. So let's do Tesla, and then we'll talk about TQQQ. Because that's a new one for here, or a new one for this account. Let's roll this one out. This one played fantastic over the last 2 weeks. We sold it on the 25th, 2-week option. We are up 99.57%. We are up $229 on this trade, and so we are going to roll this up. So to next week, 270. We have earnings coming up later this month. The premiums will be elevated on this one, as you can see. If we sold the 270, we're $700. So, but we're just gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna sell the 272.5. We're gonna roll it up and out in a little bit, and that's gonna put us at. Let me go back. Let me just look at that option one more time. The 272.5. Yeah, so a 0.23 delta is still really aggressive, but I'm okay letting it go. I like wheeling Tesla a lot. I'm okay letting winners win and losers lose, but I think Tesla long term is a good stock, but I like getting in and out of it. If it goes, it goes. I'm not too worried about it. So 196 credit there. We're going to roll it for 198, see if it fills. If not, we'll just come back and we'll edit it a little bit. But what did that say? Did that say it was canceled? Oh, Mara filled. Nope, it got canceled. Awesome. So Robinhood's maybe being a little bit glitchy here. It looks like Tesla did fill. So just like that, we collected over $300 in income. Just rolling the 2 positions there. It looks like, did Amazon fill yet? Oh, it's just canceling stuff out. Okay, so it's going to be like that. Sometimes at the end of the day, it likes to do this. So we're going to close this for $1, no problem. And then we'll go back in and we'll resell Amazon. So we'll just do view Amazon, trade options. So that's closed out for $1. We booked the profit there, and then we'll come back up to the same 133, and we'll sell it for 47. And it should fill pretty quick there. There we go. No worries. Sometimes you have to do them separately. Sometimes the roll features the better, but you know, it's okay. No worries there. So that's where we're at there. The 10-5 call, we're gonna have to buy these back. So we'll buy these 4 contracts back for $1. It's gonna cost us $4. We're gonna free up the shares there, and then we will just go into trade options, and we're gonna go 2 weeks out, sell a call. Again, we're gonna do the 10-5, which is above the cost basis. We're going to do 4 of those, and we're going to collect $44. So not too bad. So $44 of income there. And that is now opened up. So we have Apple opened up for 1013, Amazon, Tesla, and Mara opened up for 1013. We have earnings coming up later on Tesla. We will look to see how we are next week, and we might get an earnings play in there. If not, we could always sell the cash secure put. And then TQQQ. So what are we doing at TQQQ? How did we get here? Well, let me jump over to my Twitter real quick, and I'll just kind of show you. I posted about this a little bit earlier today, but let me pull up this. So my goal in my Roth has always been to transition my JEPQ to my QQQ. Well, the barrier from JEPQ to QQQ is pretty significant, right? We're talking about a $35,000 position versus, you know, a couple $1,000s. And so I've been going back and forth. I've been trading TQQQ on a couple of my accounts for about 3 years now. And I thought the easiest way that I could do this is by using the dividend snowball to fund my option snowball, to refund my dividend snowball, and then get myself into QQQ. Obviously, if I end up letting some Apple or Amazon, I can get into QQQ faster. But I wanted to make my JEPQ work for me. So what I did is I sold 80 shares of my JEPQ that I've been building up over time. As soon as the ex-dividend date passed and I got paid the dividend, or the dividend was declared, so I sold the 80 shares for $46.24. I raised myself $3,700 of capital, and then I went in and I sold an at-the-money put on TQQQ, and I sold that for $50. Right there, you can see the average credit is $50 because I want to get into TQQQ. And then my goal will be to, and you can see here, the strategy is to take my TQQQ options, funnel it back into JEPQ, build my JEPQ position up again until I have enough to do another 100 shares of JEPQ. And then I'll just doing this over and over and over. And hopefully I'll get to the point where I can have a couple 100 shares of TQQQ, and then I will sell those and I'll get into QQQ. It will take me a long time, but I wanted to share the journey here. So let me jump back in here into Robinhood. So you saw it there. So I sold it for 50. This is the position we're at now. Now we're going to roll this position. Probably not going to let us roll it, actually. But I want to get back in around that $35 mark. So that's $40. Let me just see if I can click continue here. Let me see if it'll let me roll it. If not, we're going to have to close it out for $1 and resell a new one, which is pretty dumb, but that's okay. So we already booked the $49 there on this one, and so far we're off to a good start. So on JEPQ, we did have 80. We had over 100 shares. Now we're down to 80, or down to 27 because we sold the 80. We have $1,300 in there. So really, I need that $1,300 to get up to that 35 to 37 range. Looking at JEPQ now, and then we'll be ready to sell some more JEPQ and buy some more TQQQ. But in the meantime, we're going to take premiums and we're going to just pass them straight into JEPQ as a holding place so that eventually I can get more QQQ in here. So that is the goal. I wanted to walk you through it. We did get a dividend this week on JEPQ, $44.49. That was reinvested, of course, and bought ourselves another 0.95 shares there. So that just happened here yesterday. So not too bad, but you can see that the sell there. So that's where we're at there. It looks like I'm going to have to go in and I'm going to have to close this myself, which is really dumb, but that's okay. That's what I get for trading towards the end of the market day. But no worries there. So we're going to come in here. We're going to close this out for $1 trade. We're going to buy this for $1. We're going to book the $49 of profit on TQQQ. And then we are going to come in here and we're going to just sell a put. So we will sell a put and we're just going to try to get assigned. I don't really care at what price because I'm going to be in and out of the stock as fast as I can. So we'll probably trade, let's trade the 35.5. So we're going to trade the 35.5. We're going to take another $48 of income, $48 credit, and then you know it. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to come down here. I got $48 of income from selling the option. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to buy, well, you guessed it, one share for basically $48. So one share, $47.20, and just like that, that's what I'm going to do. So it could take a couple of weeks, but I'm just going to slowly stack the shares, all based off of the income. So now I got 28 shares. Next week, if all things go well, I have 29 shares, 30 shares, you know, so on and so forth. So one share a week, and I'm just going to keep working for me. And then obviously I have the JEPQ dividends coming in once a month. It'll help me buy, you know, half a share or whatever, depending on how many shares I have. So that's where we're at for the week. Tesla continues to be a big earner for the account. Apple and Amazon had a nice rally today. The whole market actually had a really good rally today. We made over $300 last week. We made over $300 this week in income. And hopefully by the 20th, this market can get closer to the money and we can get back into cash and transfer that over to TQQQ because we do have quite a bit of money tied up in that. Almost, yeah, $3,300. So so that's where we're at for this week. Count is doing great. Love to see it up 21%. Love to see it over the $70,000 mark, sitting at 72,000, and we have lots of buying power available. So if I see some dips, I'm going to continue to make some purchases. I'm going to continue to average down. I might buy another 100 shares of Mara at the market price and try to get me a lower average cost so that I can get out of it even faster. But that's all I got. Thank you, everybody. Don't forget to like the video. Appreciate everybody tuning in and the like and the support. So catch you all later. Happy investing.